643 Embrace the Journey podcast, episode 3. We are back. John Stuetzer in the house. Man, special guest in the building. We might have to start calling this studio a kennel because we only bring dogs up in here, man. Johnny Sticks, Johnny Football, Johnny Baseball, Don John, the Don, the Pig, we called him even, because when the ball goes up, the pig eats everything. He's going to go run it down, man. Man, tons of nicknames for this guy. True grinder, one of the top dual sport athletes in 643 history. John Stuetzer, thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming. Yep. Man, well, a lot to talk about today. Me and you go way back, so this is going to be fun, surreal. It's going to be tough to keep this under 50 minutes. Yeah, we're going to do our 100%. Best, but can't thank you enough. We're not going to waste any time stirring up trouble here. Let's get right into it.
Let's go.
Dual sport athlete. You're at Florida State playing baseball. What would the football team's record have been if you played this fall?
You know, I like to tell myself that it would be better than it is, but, you know, those guys are dogs, man. I mean, they got special talent. I don't know. Yeah. I think it would be the exact same.
What is their record? Do you know what it is? Are they 500? Or they missed it by one, right?
They're like 5-7 maybe.
Yeah, but I like to make hot takes on this show. People watching at home, I'm saying they're at least 9-2 right now if you're playing. Yeah. This guy did not. He had a knack his senior year. Like, you didn't even get tackled, I feel like. You would either score or just run out of bounds or slide before someone would get you.
I had to protect myself.
You definitely
just go routes and post routes, man.
Yeah, we're going to talk plenty about the dual sport, but my first question would be, for those watching at home, and this is really going to be an interesting topic as we go later, so much these days on people specializing in sports and focusing on one sport. A lot of people might be surprised to know this is your first fall ever playing baseball. So talk about that for a sec. Is it weird? Do you miss football?
Yeah,
what do you notice
it's
playing
crazy.
baseball?
I've played football my whole life. I've never had a season without football. Football benefits me in baseball too, but all the live ABs in the fall and all the swings, the extra swings, it has clearly benefited me.
You had a hell of a fall, didn't you?
Yeah. I tried.
What did you, how would you describe the fall at Florida State? What was different about, I know fall baseball is new in general, but I'm guessing every day, it's your full-time gig.
Yeah, it's every day. Yeah, it's every day. It's all your hours. A lot of my classes are online, and I'm from the field at 11 till 6 every day. You really got to love it in order to be there. So.
But you love it.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think is the best part of fall baseball? I'm guessing. Well, here I had to guess in Florida because it's warm.
Yeah,
here
it
would
is
it be like that?
It's warm. Yeah, it's definitely warm. Definitely building a brotherhood and making new friends. Kind of connecting with the new team. You don't really know what you're getting into, so you kind of got to learn how things work, living on your own, practicing as much as you do, but at the same time enjoying it and loving the people around you.
How many freshmen came in with you?
I believe 8 or 9.
And then do you guys have a good group of older guys that kind of bring you guys in under their wing and take care of you? Any guys you want to shout out? Any older guys here?
Carter McCulley, that's my boy. Cal Fisher, Brody Delamelier, Braden Dowd. Nice. He's a new outfielder here.
Who's a name we need to look out for this year, MLB draft eligible, obviously? Is there one guy in particular?
Miles Bailey, Hunter Carnes.
Okay.
Cal again.
Mm-hmm.
They're dudes. They come to the field every day for sure.
Love it. And classes-wise, school-wise, you loving it down there?
Yeah, everything's great,
glad
man.
you picked FSU?
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about your recruiting process for a second to those back home. It was a cool, not the whole thing, but, you had some tough schools. I know a lot of good options. How did you get to Florida State?
Yeah,
and how did you kind of select them? What made them stand out from the others?
At first, they reached out, but we didn't have the same coaching staff as them because they were going from coach to coach. So I talked to the coach before Link, and then Link came in, reached out for a little bit. I went down to a camp.
I remember that.
My 15U.
Mm-hmm.
I heard from them for a little bit, and then kind of didn't really hear from them, and then started looking at schools in Georgia, like UGA, Georgia Tech. I was big on ECU.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just reached out, and I went on a visit. I told Turco and Danny that I was going to commit that weekend, and then they texted McGahee, and I went down on a visit. And when I was down there, just talking to Link, he's exactly like Danny, exactly like Turco, man. He knows ball. He
super
can talk.
passionate.
Yeah, he can talk forever. And I just knew that's the place I wanted to be, the atmosphere, the people, just the way I felt. I mean, I told my mom 10 minutes into the visit, I was like, this is the place I knew I wanted to get
right?
there. Yeah,
When you know, you know. That's what a lot of guys we have say is like there's a lot of good options, so many good facilities, uniforms, resources, coaches. There's tons of good options, but something internally tells you, right?
Yeah. And all my other visits, like, they're all great schools, great places, great opportunities, but there's always that one small thing that, like,
something just rubbed
click.
you.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know about that, but Florida State, there was nothing about that.
Everything's all right.
Is the place. And all these new facilities coming in. We got a new hit tracks. We got new pitching. Like, it was just only on the up from here.
Mm-hmm. Pope guy here. Jared Miller, my old teammate. Pope guy as well. Had the pleasure of playing for Link Jarrett at Notre Dame. And I have not been able to formally meet Link, but got to watch him speak at ABCA one year I was telling you about earlier. And for those that don't know, super passionate man, infield nut in the best way possible, and I'm an infield, nut myself. So getting to watch him talk about the hack attack or the ATEC machine, I think, for over an hour, and then all the details of how y'all practice. Is that all real?
Yeah,
like you guys,
it's real, man.
You guys really get after it, don't you?
He's a demon when it comes to the field.
Yeah.
He's something else, man.
I love it. Well, let's take it back for a second, right? So I know, thinking back, I wrote, on your sheet when you're looking before coming in, Pope basketball. I wasn't even talking about you playing. I remember going to watch my brother play basketball with your brother, and you were about this big running around, shooting between quarters, between games. I don't know if you remember that. I remember being like, oh, that kid looks like a little stud. He's kind of small, but yeah, he's probably a good little athlete. And then I want to say around 13, your brother and your mom reached out to us. Hey, John's trying to get more serious with baseball. Can he come do a lesson with you, come meet you? And I remember working you out up there. And there was something there.
It was a little something.
No, there was an athlete there, but it was, you could tell it was very new, very fresh. But what do you remember about your first time coming here, your first year then at 643 at 14 tryouts?
So baseball was always my third sport up until 14U, 15U. I always loved basketball and football more, and I kind of just played baseball to kind of keep myself athletic during the off season.
Sure.
And my brother's best friends, like Buddy Floyd and your little brother Max.
Dogs.
Yeah. They played at Pope, and when my brother came here to Pope, he was like, man, Pope's a powerhouse. You really got to, you really just buy into baseball for me. Like, just try it out. Like, you got to stick with it, because I was thinking about quitting. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, just get a couple lessons with Jake, Max's older brother, and just see how you like it. And then I got a couple lessons, and I was like, all right, I'll come to 643. And I played at East Cobb for a couple years when I was younger. And then I tried out the lessons and tried out my 14U year and loved it. I mean, I just played just to be athletic, and it just completely flipped the switch.
14 Jags, baby. Let's go,
14
right?
Jags, yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, when I was up in that room picking you, there were a couple other coaches that were like, based on your trial, like,
why?
Like, what do you see? He's from, like, the East Cobb Red Sox. He's kind of small. He was fast. They're like, yeah, he ran a good time. And it's like, seems like a really good kid, good family. Mm-hmm. I don't know. There was something there, but it was more like, honest to God, it was more of like, hey, this seems like a great kid. Let's get him in the program. Other brother was super athletic, and it's funny to think about now, right?
Yeah,
of like,
crazy.
Who knows if you would have not liked baseball elsewhere, you might have been football, which still would have worked out great. You might have been basketball, but just kind of cool how that comes full circle. So when would you say then, first year here, it was fun, you're getting into it. What year, was there a year where it clicked, where you're like, holy crap, this might be my future. This might be what I'm going to do. When did that happen?
I can get there in a second. I want to talk about 15U.
Yeah. Actually, for first, go through the line real quick. Who are all your coaches here?
So I was in the 14U Jags with you, and then 15U Cougs with Coach Rick Bishop.
Yep.
And then 16U with you and Mang.
Yep.
And then 17U with Danny.
Yep.
So after my 14U season, I still remember to this day, my brother was like I started liking baseball because of 643. I started wanting to.
And your growth was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, you went from like a bottom of the order guy, like hitting last every game, to like you're our two-hole hitting wood bat ground rule doubles at Lake Point. It was like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah, and that's all due to my brother. Shout out Ryan. He introduced me to everything, and I remember the summer going into 15U, he's like, you're going to make the Cougs. Like, we need you to make, like, this is what you want to do. And he kind of told me
you guys were pumped. I remember you got that call from Rick.
Yeah, I remember.
Right away.
Yeah. But I specifically remember him telling me that we need to make the Cougs. Like, that's your goal. But, like, when I made the Jags, he was like, let's do this. Like, it's time to make the Cougs.
Right.
And
just that level up mentality.
Just
of like,
that
you got to keep pushing.
You got to keep pushing. There's always someone better.
Yeah.
And I can get there in a second with FSU. But and it's still always that mentality. But yeah, I remember when I got the call to the Cougs, I called him first, and I was like, I made it. He's like, let's go. And then that kind of feeling with baseball, it's different than success in football. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hitting a home run or hitting a triple is better than scoring a touchdown.
Football almost came easier to you, I'm guessing,
for
a while,
sure,
right?
for
That's
sure.
what it
Because
is,
football is what I wanted to do all until my 16U summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just built on top of each other, and I had a breakout year my sophomore year of Pope.
Yes, you did.
I was the younger guy on a stacked team with Carson Kirsch and Kent and Jack Myers, like all those guys.
Bunch of dogs, right?
Yeah.
It's all about, like, I think that was a huge year for you, just getting surrounded by guys that were wanting to go play at the next level.
For sure.
Before that summer with a bunch of guys that want to play next level, so it all kind of, the timing really lined up,
yeah,
right?
And then I started in center field, and I was like, man, I really love this. Started getting looks. This is before the rule change on August 1st.
Right.
A couple schools reached out. I didn't really know where I was on anybody's boards because the rules changed. So I talked to like 3 or 4 schools, and I had no idea where I was.
Sure.
And then I went to Futures games. I got invited to Futures games after that.
Shout out PBR, Hudson Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that 15U, after my sophomore year of Pope, I went to Futures games. I didn't know where I was, and then August 1st, I got calls from ACC, SEC schools, like reaching out that they're interested. I'm like, wow, I can do this. So then that's when it completely switched. Was my 16U summer, and I was like, what? Like I can go somewhere with this.
That was
like
your pop year, right? That's
Yeah.
similar to Maceo White, who we had on recently. I know you got to meet him on the Florida State visit. He was kind of flying under the radar, the good athlete, getting physical, getting stronger. And then 16U high school year, and then summer, it was pop. And he's like, I'd never, I knew I wanted to, but then when it hits you like that, you're like, this is real. This is my future. And then, so what changed for you then once all that happened? Did you start training harder?
Yeah, I started training. I just started putting my focus into baseball instead of football. I started practicing like a baseball player instead of an athlete, if that makes sense. And then my senior year comes around, and my junior year I committed to Florida State. That was my whole recruiting process and all my visits and everything like that. And then I committed my November of my junior year. And then I had still, like, Florida State kind of threw a gamble at me. I still had to prove myself to them. So I committed and, like, told myself that I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to be that guy on Pope. And then going into after my junior year, I had a breakout year again, my junior year. And then I started thinking about, like, my swing, and, like, I started getting into all the database and all that stuff.
A little more video, right?
Yeah, a little
Starting
more
to analyze
video.
stuff more.
Yeah, analyze stuff, and becoming more of like a infielder and outfielder instead of just an athlete again.
Right.
And then that's when everything took off. And then the draft started coming around, and after my junior year, I started going to workouts. And then my whole senior year was like the whole draft process.
Right. So it all really jumps and happens fast, right? But no doubt, I saw it, personally getting to work with you a bunch, just the switch flip, because you were always a hard worker, no doubt, and we can pull up video. We'll show guys of us working together 14, 15, where, I like how you're describing it. It was super athletic. Nothing was too pretty about anything you're doing, but it was athletic, competitive, hard working. But you could see a switch flip where it was like more intent.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm working on my mechanics a little bit today. And hey, infield-wise, I want you to push me this way. Or outfield-wise, I need to be able to read a top spinner or a side spinner. I remember being on the field, one outfield, trying to mix up different spins at you, right? So I know you put in so much time and work
and
and learned so much through the process, but it still goes, right?
Yeah, I'm still trying to fix it piece by piece, and that's why a big decision with pro ball and college ball, like I want to develop at FSU a little bit, so that's a big reason why I chose FSU.
It's all about the journey, right?
It's
the
all
name of
about
the show,
it, yeah.
like, you're never going to stop learning. Like, even when you make it and you're up in that minor league to major league system, it's going to always be finding little things to get better at and pick up. But I think the training piece is never going to stop, and the athleticism you bring is always going to be an asset. So that's what's going to be exciting. As we kind of finish up the 643 portion of it, talk about, did you have a favorite teammate or two over the years? I know you played with a bunch of guys, and they're guys you played with. I think there are a couple guys you played with like all 4 seasons,
years,
right?
yeah.
So anyone you want to shout out, any teammates that maybe pushed you to be even better or helped you love the game? Yeah.
The twins.
Who are
The
the
Zagrin
twins?
twins, Carson
Carson
Zagrin
and
and Aiden Zagrin. They know they're my dudes. I've been
Dogs.
playing them since they were on my 14U Jags team, and we promised each other that we're gonna be on the Cougs the year after. I remember that talk. We were up on field 2, and like we just stuck together all 4 years, and like I remember there was like some thoughts about leaving. It's like, nah, like we're gonna stick together. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna be those guys. And another guy is Griffin John. He got hurt. He got injured through his high school season, so he couldn't really play much.
Right.
But he always had the best attitude, and I still talk to him every weekend.
He still
weekend
came out to
this
pretty
day.
much everything.
Yeah, to this day,
Yeah.
I'm still with him every other weekend, and he's helped me through like many mental things. Like he's been by my side, and it all came from 15U Cougs.
It's really cool.
And he's helped me through a lot of mental stuff, and he's my guy.
Yeah, that's an underrated aspect of playing here that I know Max and Buddy would probably tell your brother, and your brother even fell with them, is like there's so many connections you make. You know, they talk about you go to college to network here. There's teammates for life, and some of them are baseball guys, some of them do other sports, some of them are just good dudes that you keep in touch with.
Yeah,
that,
and it's not just on the field.
That's
it's
right, off the field
I
stuff.
still talk
right?
to these guys, yeah.
1,000%, 1,000%. Is there a favorite team you had here? Was there one team that
16 Cougs,
16
16 or 15 Cougs.
I mean, getting around Mang and Bear, and I was fun too. But Mang and Bear bring a lot of personality, and our team was
For
strong,
sure.
right? We
Yeah,
had a couple
we
of
were
good
good,
runs,
yeah.
right?
And J Rose.
Shout
out J Rose.
Shout out J Rose.
Hopefully
UNC.
he's
That's a
doing
rival
good.
now.
Yeah, we'll see him.
You guys
soon.
playing them this year? Do you know yet?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay. Whenever
think
y'all
so.
play that ACC
We will,
matchup,
though,
Danny
yeah.
and I are gonna make a trip up there.
For sure.
Best believe.
For
Best
sure.
believe. So if there's one thing, maybe that you picked up the most through playing here, was there one like piece of baseball that maybe you noticed when you got here that is still relevant at every level you've been at? Is there anything you got here? I know, because I want to hit on one thing you got from Pope, one thing you got from FSU, but as we close out the 6-for-3 piece, was there anything specific you got out of this place you feel like?
Doing the little things right, sprinting on and off the field, playing like you want to be there.
Hustle doubles, right?
Yeah, hustle doubles for sure. Your body language, it takes you very far. Playing here has taught me that.
Love it. Yeah, body language is a billboard, baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
but those who don't know, this guy was the king of base hit to left field, base hit to center field. If that guy gets even the slightest bit lazy, lobs it a little bit, he is going to push it and go Pete Rose, full extension dive.
Yeah. Actually,
second.
During an inter squad this fall, I hit like a little blooper off the end of my bat right over Miles' head.
And you're like,
first base.
yes. You're thinking
I'm
it
like,
the whole
I'm
way.
going too, and Brody DeLano there comes to the right and just hosed me at second. I'm like, oh, this is the real deal.
This
Like,
is the
I
big
got it.
plays
Yeah,
now.
it's the big
Okay, there you
plays.
go. So it's yes with
He
the
taught
read,
me,
right?
yeah.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. So tell me, was there a coach here? I know you had a lot of coaches. I know you played for everyone. You named about 8 guys that are really good. Is there one coach that something happened that kind of stuck as you were going through?
Yeah, I mean, you, obviously, like you.
That was my plug. Yeah. All right, call the show. Let's get off here. Yeah. No.
I mean, you've been here since 14U. I mean, you brought me here. I wouldn't be here. I've been doing lessons since 14U with you. I wouldn't be where I'm at without you. So
We're still just getting started, baby. We
Yeah,
got a lot more work
for
to do.
sure,
That's what's
for
cool,
sure.
man. When these guys come home, for those that don't know, we get, these mornings in the winter, December, January, where it's like you walk in here, it could be a 9-year-old with 2 college guys and a pro guy. It could be like today. It was one of our 17 Cougs, a
14
JUCO guy.
in
and
COVID
you.
with a little mask on.
We got the COVID mask picture we'll put later when we were originally training, but no doubt we are not. We say there's no age requirement to get better here. Anyone that wants to get better can push it. And what I love is, you were a younger guy that would come work out with Kent Schmidt and Levi Clark, who are older than you, to get pushed. And it's full circle of now you come back and help out these younger guys, which I feel like that's huge for seeing that side of the game. Seeing both angles, and it helps slow the game down, I think, when guys come back and coach. We were talking about that with Gabe Worth the other day. Let's go talk about high school a little bit. Being a Pope guy myself, I'm very biased in that I think Pope baseball is the best high school program in the country.
Yeah.
I think you'd probably agree. A lot of that has to do with, Coach Rowland, who was there a long time, who helped, build the foundation, bring in such a special coaching staff, and a lot of it also has to do with Coach Turco, who's, was my hitting coach there. Definitely chief of staff, as we call him. He was felt like he was always running around with his head cut off, bringing energy no matter how good or bad we were. Talk about your time at Pope. What did you really learn from playing there? And what do you want to say to anyone thinking about, going to Walton or Pope maybe as an 8th grader if they're in that?
Yeah, I mean,
district?
Walton and Pope, I mean, they're both really good places. Obviously, I'm biased to Pope, but, I mean, the brotherhood there, I mean, it's a powerhouse. You can search up any, I think it's 8 state championships in the past 12 years, 13 years maybe now. It was 8. It was something ridiculous, 8 and 11 when I was there. Obviously, you started that. The GDN mentality, Turco, those are one of the best coaches I've ever had, hitting-wise. They've brought me through a lot. And just the connections I've made over time, I talk to those guys every day still.
Definitely brotherhood comes to mind when I feel Pope, because it's the same with,
huge
however much older I am than you. When we go back, there'd be kids your grade. They were coming up to me and Parker Orr and Ryan Webb and Jared Miller, like talking to us about, asking us questions about when we played there. And it feels very natural for us to want to talk to them, even though, again, the age gap. So I think it's a special place, special program. And
for sure.
You're a huge part of continuing to build that culture the last couple of years. So kudos to you for leading the way and going about your business, especially with all the attention you were getting and all the draft looks. It's very easy to get caught up in me. And I know there is part of that happens, but I thought you stayed so humble through all that. And you were such a good leader at Pope to those other guys and a good example. So really, really good stuff there. Did it feel, was there some similarities with Pope and 6'4", 3"?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what was the biggest? I feel like energy is pretty similar, right?
The small ball, like knowing how to play the game. It's not all individual. And did it go out?
Something just went out. It sounds better now. I don't know. We'll keep rolling.
Yeah, I mean, just small ball. Knowing how to play the game, like being a baseball player, not just going out there and swinging for bombs, knowing how to run the bases, knowing how to what hit you need in certain situations, and like
probably built your baseball brain.
Yeah, exactly.
More, right?
Your baseball
like understanding
IQ,
of the
your
game.
baseball IQ, yeah.
Because you take your tools and you add it with IQ, and it's
and at Pope, I mean, you're practicing base run every day. I mean, it can get tiring but like that's how you win.
So off that point, what's your best 60-yard dash time for those that don't know?
Man, my senior year, I think I ran a 6.32 at East Coast.
That's what I was thinking. So talking the speed piece of that, as you mentioned, with that 60 time, tell these guys at home, because there's a lot of fast kids that we coach, and you were one of them. I think you picked up base running fairly quick though, like 14, 15, 16. You were always getting pieces, but how did maybe getting to Pope and getting even more into those details help elevate your speed, where you went from being a fast guy to an elite base runner?
Yeah. There's definitely a difference between fast and base running. Pope taught me all of that within jumps and reads.
Vaults, right?
Yeah. And just being smart on the bases. I mean, when I learned how to be an actual base runner and listen to my coaches about that, it completely changed my game. Going from first and third on a ground ball to center and right, even
as
left.
Good as anybody ever had.
Even left, and sometimes. I mean, it completely switches the momentum of a game. Because people will start rushing and overthrow, you score, and it keeps rolling from there.
I know your sophomore year in those playoffs, I don't remember what round it was, but Mang and I were at Pope watching you, and Mang really hadn't got to see you much, because we picked the team together. I'd coached you when you were younger. Obviously, you did a trial, and you were also a way different player when we picked you for 16 than when you got to Pope that year. But I remember we went to watch you, and somebody, I think Schmitty, hit a ball. It had to be 90, 95 plus to center on the ground, on a line almost though, and you never stopped. And right when you went, Mang's like, "Whoa, what? Like, what's he?"
He saved,
and it wasn't even close. It was like he turned and looked at me and said, "We got that guy this summer."
Yeah,
I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, we're gonna be good this summer. Let's
and
go."
My role that year was a base runner. I mean, I had 17 base hits for bunts. I mean, that was my thing back then. I mean,
on base,
my job was to get onto first base and then just score runs.
Help the team win.
Yeah, and that's how I learned. I embraced my role that year. And
how important is that, you think, at the level you're at now? And I know you're a different player now, but as a freshman especially, I mean, have they talked to you about that already? Like, whatever role you're in that day, whether maybe you're in left field, center field, second base, hitting leadoff, hitting ninth, like, are you prepared, do you feel like, because of Pope?
Yeah, for
all
sure.
Of that?
For sure. I mean, I've been in this situation before. I mean, I've been the younger guy on stacked teams before. Like when I was a sophomore, again, Kent, Carson, Jack. I mean, those guys are top dudes. And I just need to learn my role and learn what I need to do to win.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
You've always been great at helping the team win, right?
Yeah.
The guys that can help the team win and are super athletic, obviously it's only going to make you that much better, but helping the team win, I think your brain, and I think a lot of that goes to the dual sport piece that I want to talk about for a second, like how much of football and basketball plays into who you are as a person and as a baseball player.
Yeah, well, I mean, I quit basketball in my 8th grade. I didn't play basketball for a minute, but football, man, it's like learning like the game of football and the game of baseball is completely different, but it benefits in both games. Being able to track like at wide receiver when a ball goes up, being able to track a fly ball, it's the exact same thing. Go route, post route, balls behind you, back foot, like being able to adjust midair. Like it's very similar. but very different at the same time.
What about the mindset? Like, how'd the football mindset help
Yeah,
you in baseball?
yeah. Well, baseball mindset is different, a lot different than football. But being able to be aggressive with football and baseball. Football, you just put your head down and go on the bases. Like going first or third, like you got to go. You got to get on a hop in order to get there. So maybe that aggressive base running feeling is huge.
Like if there's a kid who's, because this happens nowadays. You were fortunate at your high school that, again, Pope, biased with both of us, but really good school, great sports community, athletic director there does a great job trying to get kids involved in multiple sports. Some of these high schools now, and even middle school coaches are pushing kids of like, hey, you need to focus only on baseball, or you need to focus only on football. And I'm not, we're going to have to wait and see how that plays out because that's a lot of newer mindset. But I personally am on the belief that the dual sport athlete is still going to be prepared and be able to catch up. Like, what would you tell maybe a kid, or how would you respond to that?
Yeah,
like,
I could go on and on about that. So I got lucky. My head coach for football, Coach O'Sullivan, shout out.
Shout out.
We used to talk. I mean, I would pray, like, I don't know if I need to play my senior year because of the draft stuff. Like, what if I get injured? And I called O'Sullivan. I remember I was on the way home from Hoover. I was like, Coach, I don't know if I'm going to play next year. Like, I need to, like, protect myself. Like, this is my route that I want to take. And he explained everything. He was like, look, like, we're not going to put you on defense anymore. You know how to protect yourself. You've been playing since kindergarten. Like, you know how to go down before you get hit. And that's what he was like, you've been playing since you were young. Like, you know how to play the game.
Right.
Like, you're an athlete. Like, you will be completely fine. You're not going to get injured unless you think you're going to get injured.
Right.
Or unless you play scared.
Right.
So then I went out there, run go balls, post routes, and
what were your numbers senior year? How many touchdowns?
23.
And you didn't even play all the games, right? How many games did you play? 8?
I think 8.
Because he let you go to Jupiter, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And that's the thing. When I told him, I was like, I need to prioritize baseball. When I have baseball, I'm going to be there. And he completely understood. He said, like, whenever you need to go, go. Don't worry about football. Be there when you can. Like, we'd love to have you. So, I mean, and that's completely different. If I didn't have my football highlights and football anything, who knows where I would be.
That's what I was going to get to. Is a lot.
Who knows where I would be.
The background of it is I know Florida State was on you, and they were watching. And at one point, they had said something to Danny, I want to say,
we haven't seen him play enough shortstop.
We need to see more defense. We know he can play outfield. And then they saw your football
highlights,
tape.
And then
the next day, I swear you were committed the next day.
That's exactly what happened. They weren't ready to offer me yet. And then I posted my highlights on Huddle. And then I got a call the next day, went down on a visit, and that was the place. And that's another thing about betting on myself. Like, I had to prove myself for Florida State that I was a baseball player.
Right.
Not just an athlete.
Right.
So that's what I had to work for, and I'm still working to this day.
Still doing that, and that's that little chip on your shoulder that everyone says, oh, he's a good athlete, oh, he's a football guy, and you're like, nah, I'm a dude. I'm a baseball guy. Yeah, man, no, it's such a good, I think, little nugget there for any kid at home thinking about the football, baseball, basketball, baseball piece is college coaches and high-level scouts. They love athleticism. They love versatility. They love the aggressive mindset. So really, kids back home and parents, like, don't feel that pressure, man. And there's certain situations, I think, where there are kids that start a sport late and they're very behind in that sport. And maybe they're not as naturally gifted athletically where, it might help to focus on this. But, man, start a bunch of them when you're young. Learn values. Learn how to be a teammate. Learn how to help the team win. Learn how to carry yourself and play hard in what you do. And a lot of times good things will come out of that. So let's talk a sec about the senior year, the pop-off year. Part 2. I guess it was 3 parts. Once you popped off 16, and that's hopefully how it goes for most guys. Once you pop off, you keep going. You never want to think you're there and get complacent. I think for you, when you saw good results, you just got hungrier, and you started pushing even more. So talk about maybe dealing with some of the draft stuff, some of the scouting days. You don't have to go too deep into what teams and all that, but, how did you kind of come to the decision to stay and go to college, and, how was going through all that, / also maybe preparing you for the draft in a couple of years, just getting to meet all those people?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great experience meeting all those scouts. And you kind of have to sacrifice a lot of different things. Sacrifice hanging out with your friends, sacrifice school. Like, you got to go on these visits to see these minor league facilities, and you got to, like, take an accountability, like, what you're really going to do. Like, I was a 17-year-old going to play with 26-year-olds who don't speak English. Like, am I ready for that? Like, I'm still an athlete. I'm still trying to develop. Like, how much is pro ball going to help me right at this moment? So we were praying every night and asking for signs and everything was always leading to Florida State. We knew there was a chance, and then when the day came, it didn't work out, and it just took me to Florida State, right where I needed to be.
Was there any specific advice you got that really helped during all that? Like, was
Yeah,
there
I mean,
anything you
just
think back to that when you were making those decisions?
Yeah, I mean, it got to a point where I was just like head down, like just enjoy your senior year. Like you're so blessed to be in this spot.
The gratitude, right?
Yeah.
Focus on the gratitude part.
Yeah,
Like, this is all amazing. Yeah. There's no pressure here. Like, everything here is great. Whatever works out is going to be great, but if you worry about what's going to happen, it's probably going to impact you that day. Coach Jamal was talking about here the other day about how he got caught up in stats a lot and chasing stuff, versus if he just would have been where his feet are, his stats and everything
and
probably
go in
takes
the
care
game.
of itself,
Yeah, and
right?
it was different. I mean, I was hitting BP before games with scouts watching.
Yep.
It was definitely different than my past 2 high school years, and there's a lot of pressure, but pressure makes diamonds. So
hey, pressure's a privilege.
Yeah,
and pressure
for
definitely
sure.
makes diamonds. That's
For
fire.
sure.
We're putting that on your T-shirt.
All right.
Let's go embrace the journey. John Stuetzer, man. Let's go kind of feeding off that with the advice piece. Talk about, we've talked a lot about you, the athlete. Let's talk about you, the person, a little bit. What do you like to do? I know you just said you don't have a lot of time to hang out with your friends. So what do you like to do when you're not doing baseball these days and when you're not working out? Like, what's the average
it was just
day
during
in
that
life?
time I couldn't really hang out with my friends. I like keeping relationships close to me with my friends. A lot of them don't play sports, so they don't understand like the side of the sports side of me. So having that side of like true friends and not just like I have to be friends with you because you're on my team. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But also like I'm not saying like
You have tons of teammate friends too, right?
Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure. I mean the guys in my roommates are the best, but.
I guess I'm saying, so how would you advise a kid going through what you're going through to build a circle? Because there's so many people, I'm sure, that try to, they say jump along for the ride, or they're riding a curtail, or there's haters that are hiding sometimes in a circle where somebody says they want you to do good, but how do you kind of meander through people that I'm like, hey, what's up, and people that I can really trust? And
I've kept my small group since I've been young. I mean, they're all my football friends. I've been close to them since 2nd grade. And I've kind of kept that small group. People have been in and out, but you can really tell who you can trust.
Sure.
I've been with them since elementary school. So, I mean, the people who have your back, like, John, you can't come tonight. Like, you got stuff tomorrow. Like, you can't even, like, lock in. You know what I mean? Like, they're always
like kind of checking you, keeping you accountable,
checking me.
right?
Like,
that's the people you need around you.
Yeah,
right?
and they're like, dude, if I was in your situation, I'd be doing this, and that. And I was like, these are the guys that I need to be around.
That's really cool, because sometimes you hear the opposite, where it's, a kid getting pressured to go to a party or go do this. And you're like, dude, come on, what are you doing? And it's like, well, dude, I got a draft visit or an MLB visit in the morning, or we got the state playoffs tomorrow. So it's cool to hear, having friends that have known you forever that really care about you.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
can trust going forward. And obviously family, right?
Yeah, I mean my mom.
Your mom, Carrie, your dad, Tom, your brother, Ryan, your sister, Caitlin, like everyone I feel like is all in with you all the time. Like when I go on social media, your mom's posting stuff. You guys are always doing stuff together.
Sure,
Everyone's checking in, posting highlights. Yeah.
My mom's my rock, man. She's been helping me through everything. The other day I was posting on TikTok of her feeding the machine. She's been doing that since.
Shout out Carrie.
Yeah, shout out Carrie.
Absolute dog.
For sure, for sure. She's been my rock through everything. She's taken me on all these visits. She's like the time that she has just opened up for me and rescheduled all of her scheduling and driving me to these random people coming into our house,
right,
and these home visits, and her talking with these people. She has no idea where I'm going to go. Like, she's strong. She's a rock.
Yeah. Even what about your dad? For those who know, played football at Wake Forest back in the day.
Yeah,
right?
he did. Yeah, and that's
big
also
influence
another
on you coming up.
Yeah, for sure. And that's I'm blessed because I got all of his athleticism. Like, he gave me all that. And, that's another thing with Florida State. He played football at Wake Forest, and my mom went to Clemson. So I've always been an ACC family. So Florida State, when I was at Florida State, and he was so proud of me, that was like, it's a good feeling.
I know you said your brother earlier was a big push getting you here.
Yeah,
what about sister?
sure.
You want to give her a shout out too?
Caitlin's, she's always there for like the mental side. Me and her got really close during my senior year. She was always texting me how I'm doing. And I mean, Ryan obviously pushed me to be here, and he kind of just let me go. But Caitlin has been always asking, like, are you okay? Like, do you need to talk? Like, what are you thinking? Like, she's always been there.
Yeah, and coach-wise too, right? I guess you've just, as you go, pretty much you keep in touch with all your coaches for the most part. Like, how do you pick through coaches that same thing. Were there any, you don't have to say who, but maybe some coaches that steered you the wrong way, or you're like, I don't know what that guy's intentions are for me.
Yeah, I mean,
just picking the right couple people.
Yeah, picking the coaches who know will benefit you the most, because I can only hear so much on the field, but like off the field. Another thing with Caitlin, like she doesn't really know much about baseball, but she is the side of me that's off the field, which I need mentally.
Sure, she helps you get away from this sometimes and relax and shut your brain off, right? Yeah.
Exactly. And coaches, there's like some coaches who benefit me baseball-wise, but off the field is really important too. Like, you text me, like, how you doing, like stuff like that.
I know you and Danny have had some long phone calls. Turco and you talk all the time, right?
For sure,
so,
yeah. And it's not all just about baseball. Like,
we care about John the person, man.
Yeah,
that's the most important guy.
And that's what I love about this place.
Absolutely, it's family, right? So that's the question: is the 643 family real? For people that ask, like, is that just a word that we put up with development? Like, is that
it's real?
You feel that you have a lot of teammates.
I wouldn't be back once I'm back in college. I wouldn't have stayed for all 4 years. Like, it's more than just baseball here. Because I mean, I have a powerhouse in high school. So, like, I was here for the family, man.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. No, we're super grateful that you've been a part of it, been a big part of this place. And there's always different players that, we joke we got the new indoor. It's not a joke, actually. We got the new indoor, and at some point we're going to be putting posters up of our alumni, the guys that are pro guys and college guys. And your name jumped up quick in the conversation of like, you think we could get a poster of John? Let's wait a couple more years. Let's give him some time to get a little even bigger and stronger. Maybe get an MLB jersey. But no doubt, I think your picture is
that's a lot of jerseys.
We're going to have a lot of stuff here, right?
You're going to have to get like something with all the colleges and like all the names. I know.
Was there anyone when you were here that you looked up to, that you can think back to, that was older than you, that kind of helped push you, or just watching them? Levi Clark?
Levi, his breakout freshman year is really inspiring.
At Tennessee last year, right?
For sure.
Nuts.
For sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch y'all get back in the lab here together.
For
this
sure.
winter.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell the story real quick of you, Kent, and Levi on the machine back in the day. For
man. I don't know.
It's all about adversity,
15,
right?
15. There was one day I came in here for a lesson, and Kent and Levi were hitting on the machine. He was like, "Yo, John, you want to try it out?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Blown up, like.
It was about 35 in a row you swung and missed?
Maybe, yeah, 35. I probably made contact twice, and it was just like, wow, like there's levels to this.
A lot of kids at home just took a deep breath right now, because that's happened to a lot of guys this indoor. And everyone thinks that they stink, but it's like, how did that? Because then the next time you did it, what happened?
Next time it gets better.
It gets
better, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Talk about that, the reps. Reps and how important those are to a kid. Like the training, the reps. Like for you, I know for a fact, watching you just take ground balls. Like, we can talk mechanics and tweak, but if you take ground balls
over and over
for an hour, by the end of it, we're like, yeah, that's a lot better than when he started.
Yeah.
Like,
consistency is a huge thing, man. Like, just having feel for the game. Even if you're not the best fielder or best outfielder, just having feel. Being able to make your own adjustments, being able to be coachable is huge.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No doubt. Let's do a quick speed round, all right? I'm going to fire some questions at you. Don't even think about it. Just off the cuff.
All right.
Whatever you got.
Yeah. Shoot me.
Walk-up song this year.
Hip Hop Hooray.
Hooray. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. First teammate that stood out to you at Florida State that kind of, you're like, man, this
Carter
guy's
McCauley.
Carter McCauley.
And my roommates, Kelvin, Will, and Cam.
Good save there. Yeah, you got to save face with those guys.
Those are my boys.
It's real.
Yeah, those are my boys.
Pope teammate that impacted you the most. One guy. Don't think about it. Just go.
Carson Curse.
Cool. Which sport do the Stuetzers play at home that is the most competitive? Because you guys are an athletic family. What do you guys do? Maybe it's ping pong. Maybe it's
ping pong. We get into ping pong.
I was thinking ping pong.
We get into ping pong.
Who's top dog? Me.
Always.
Who's second top dog there?
Me. I'm top dog.
So nobody's close.
No, Ryan.
I feel like Tom can play though.
Tom's sneaky.
Is he like a defender? That's what Danny does.
Yeah,
Danny
he's
just sits
sneaky.
And hits everything back.
And he's got the spin too.
A little spin shot.
Ryan thinks he's got touch, but he don't.
Toughest AB this fall. Who'd you face and what'd you learn that at bat?
Oh, Wes Mendez, 95, lefty. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's gross.
Did
he's
you
good,
win that at bat? Did you?
I've got him once or twice, but
he's a Florida State guy. So you face him much.
Yeah. Cool. Florida State guy. I've got him once or twice, but he's got me.
Did you guys play another school this fall, by the way, or did you guys?
Yeah, we played Mississippi State over in Pensacola.
How was that?
It was good.
Special.
Well, yeah. There was a kind of a wake up moment. I was in left field and they hit a ball, and the wind was so bad, kind of like this, and I like take the wrong step and I'm running. And I'm like, oh no. Flip my hips, ground will double. I'm like, oh God, like wake up.
Yeah. So what the coaches say to you, just for those at home? Like, what does a college coach say to a player when you boot a ball that?
Yeah, I mean, that was my first time playing left field. I mean, they understood. They knew that I can play outfield.
What? All right. Your favorite hitting drill
Hitting drill.
that helps you the most?
Probably just normal front toss.
Flips.
Just getting a feel for in and out.
What are you doing usually when you're getting loose? Like, where are you trying to hit the ball?
Middle away. Mostly middle away, keeping down the bottom of the L screen at first, and then starting it. Yeah, low hardliners.
Love it. All right, well, let's go. We're gonna close things out here, man. I want you to do here is something we have everybody do. I want you to look. We'll go this main camera straight ahead. Okay, I want you to look in that camera, and I want you to picture. Like we were talking about, there's a lot of pressure going on of coaches trying to. I don't want to say they're trying to burn kids out, but trying to push kids to one sport, focus on this sport. Talk about maybe how the other sports helped you get here, whether that's, leadership, again, adversity, toughness, what would you say to a kid who's maybe debating, he's literally 11 years old right now, and he's feeling pressure to focus on something? How would you tell him about, I know you said about fun, or like, what is your advice to a kid in that world, and what would you tell him?
Yeah, stick with it. Stick with your feelings. If you love the game, keep playing. Every sport benefits you the most. In their different ways, mentally and physically. If you love the sport, keep playing. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Football has benefited me more than, I've benefited just as much playing football than I have playing baseball in the fall. And that's dropping the bat and then picking it back up, and that's also taking more swings than I have in the past.
Love it. I think it kept your fire burning a little bit, right?
For sure.
It's important to go away from it to then when football would end, you're like, oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I get to go do baseball. Right?
Yeah.
There's so something to that. So couldn't agree with you more. Super grateful to have you on, man, to share your perspective, your vision, your insight. We're definitely going to have you back on in the future.
Cool, let's do it.
Any shout outs you need to give, any social media platforms of yours you can plug right now? Where can everyone follow you or go see you on platforms?
I don't know. John.Stuetzer on Instagram. That's about it.
What were you saying about TikTok? Or
Nah.
We don't need that.
Yeah,
Twitter?
Yeah. John Stuetzer. John Stuetzer on everything, pretty much.
Well, look, guys, a big guy to follow here. Again, huge ambassador of our brand. Cannot wait to go watch him play this year at Florida State. We got to get that schedule soon so we can map out a weekend. It's only up from here. I know you've been through so much, positive experiences the last couple of years, a lot of adversity too, a lot of learning, and that's just going to keep going. So can't wait to, again, keep following you, keep supporting you, keep pushing you through your journey. And, man, it's crazy.
Sir,
it's making me feel old. I feel like we were just meeting on field too.
I know, it's crazy, man.
And you're walking out of the car with like Buddy's old glove or something.
Literally,
just
I still have that glove. I still have that glove.
Hey, coach, what's up? Like, totally different guys. So I'm feeling old, but all for a good thing. Man, we did it. We knocked it out. We're going to train a bunch of you this winter and keep it going. John Stuetzer, guys, Florida State
Appreciate
Baseball,
y'all.
643 Podcast, Embrace the Journey. Please follow us on Instagram, Embrace the Journey 643, on YouTube at Official ETJ Pod. Follow us as well, please, at 643 DP Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Jake Pralgo. This is John Stuetzer, and we'll see you guys again soon. Thank you, Johnny boy. I'm freaking electric. You're the man. How'd it feel? Not too bad, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, let's go.